Hello there, H+III+T to boot that dang on time. Welcome to another edition of Top 5. We haven't done a Top 5 in a little while, but again, just trying to switch it up. We've been doing... Whoa, how did he get over there? Okay, that's a little strange, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe he got sick of me ranting. He was just like, bro, I'm sick of it. But I've been doing a lot of music stuff because like a billion albums dropped, and I'm just trying to take a little bit of a break. You know, music's cool, everything. Music is cool and everything, but you know, you gotta take a little bit of a break. So this is my top 5 animes. Fun thing about this is I do not have a written list, well, typed up list, so we're gonna do this literally off of the top of my head, no planning, we're just gonna dive on into it. So, you know, no old school Lil Wayne, we're just gonna freestyle this foolishness. And I would say current Lil Wayne, but he's garbage, so you know, that's for damn. But, let's go into the dang on foolishness. Top 5 anime, number 5, we'll say... just because they are what they are, Dragon Ball Z. Now, Dragon Ball Z is very deep. I'm talking like oceans, like 20 leagues at the bottom of the sea, deep type jive here. There's different facets. Some people want to say, oh, Dragon Ball was the best. Oh, Dragon Ball Z was the best. GT was... Dragon Ball Super, is that what the new thing's called? That one's the best. To me, I'm just a regular Dragon Ball Z fan. I never really followed Dragon Ball that much, and GT was cool. I don't know why people didn't like it. I thought it was cool. I think it's just because it was airing when I was a kid, and Dragon Ball Z had kind of already happened. Like, I think Dragon Ball Z was like late 80s, early 90s, and I was born in 94, so it's like Dragon Ball GT was more so happening when I was growing up, when it came over to America. If that makes any sense. So I kind of emotionally connect with it more. So I like GT, but I personally like Dragon Ball Z the best. My favorite dang on error arc or whatever the jive they call it. It's got to be maybe... No, Saga, my bad. Saga is probably Fusion, just because it was so freaking cool. But that's neither here nor there. So that's dang on number 5. Number 4, let's say... Black Butler. I'm going to give it to Black Butler. I have not seen Black Butler Circus. I've seen the first 2 seasons from the power of Netflix, and No. I think I just looked it up online, which I probably shouldn't be saying on camera. But yeah, I've watched the first 2 seasons. I only watch dub, fun fact. I cannot stand subtitles. I just feel like it's 2015 and I shouldn't have to freaking read something because that's the point of visual. I shouldn't have to freaking read. Call me lazy, but that's neither here nor there. But don't call me baby. I just met you! Yay! No? Okay. But yeah, I like Black Butler. It's kind of got screwed up and weird towards the end of the 2nd season. There's some other type stuff. I like Black Butler so much that whenever I get around to finishing Gundam Wing, I might do a review of dang on Black Butler. Like, episode for episode. I'm really thinking about it. The content's kind of racy and it doesn't match my brand, but that's not here nor there. Number 3. I gotta give it to, this is gonna turn a lot of heads and make y'all feel some type of way about me. By the way, this is top 5, so there's a lot of anime out there, so I'm kind of only grabbing the ones that I like the most. I mean, obviously, there's like Melancholy Life of Haruka Suzumiya, there's My Future Diary, there's, what's that show? There's Darker Than Black. I mean, there's a billion other animes out there, so trying to get the top 5 is difficult. So my bad if I'm not saying, like, your favorite one. You're only saying the mainstream ones. Calm down. Number 3, I gotta give to One Piece. Now, the reason why I'm giving it to One Piece is not because I'm going for the head fake and the dang on hype that everyone else is going for. I stopped watching when Ace died. I stopped reading when... No... I read a little bit into after the time skip, just a little bit, and eventually I might go in and read a little bit more, but my favorite character was Ace. So when he died, I was like, I don't know if I want to read this anymore or watch it anymore. But there was a time period in the 11th grade, I sat down and I watched maybe the first 50-something episodes of One Piece dubbed, and I don't know, there's just something about it. Maybe it was who I was friends with at the time. Maybe it was where I was in life. It just connected with me. The earlier episodes of One Piece, Luffy going out and getting the crew, up until about Thriller Bark, it just connects with me some weird way. I don't know. I was keeping up with this so much that I was actually reading the manga and watching the anime at the same time. Again, I stopped when Ace died because... I mean, if your favorite character in the show dies, would you keep watching? But that's not the internet. It's like if freaking Sasuke died. Would we have kept watching Naruto? Let's keep that all the way 1,000. That is ironic because it leads into my number 2. My number 2 is Naruto. A lot of you guys know I am obsessed with Naruto. But it's the first part. and call me a hipster, I just don't like Shippuden. I just didn't get it. What made Naruto the first part so good to me is because it was a mixture of slice of life, comedy, and action. When we get over to Dangon Shippuden, it's just all business. You know, it's just all serious. And, I mean, that's cool. There were some comic reliefs, but it was just so heavy on trying to finish a storyline that in the end we saw it didn't even make sense. And don't get me started on the movie. Oh my gosh, Naruto the last movie was garbage. But I just feel like it just got rushed. There were so many loose ends. They were trying to do so many different things. It just didn't add up. That's why I personally like the first Naruto better. Out of all the anime that I'm going to name on this list, that's probably the one with not the deepest connection, but I really like the first Naruto, but that's not here there. And number one on my list, it should be obvious, Gundam Wing. If you've been subscribed to me since last year, then you know I love Gundam Wing. I mean, I love Gundam Wing. That's the stuff. I don't really need to go into a deep explanation because I've reviewed the first, 30-something episodes of Gundam Wing, so you should already know how I feel about it. And if you're new to my channel and just watching this video because you want to see my top 10 or my top 5, feel free to go through my channel. It's actually one of the main playlists I have featured on my main page, so go check that foolishness out. But that's my dang on list. Let me know what your favorite anime is, your top 5, if you have a top 5. And if 5 is too much, go ahead and make it 10. Whatever it is you got to do, rank them down below. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. Again, just trying to do stuff that's not always music. Trying to do different kind of stuff on here. But like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T.